skills, you got the look. Believe in yourself. Frytol Enriching life. Frytol Enriching life. Wanna be a star. Frytol Enriching life. Wanna own a business. Frytol Enriching life. Climb to the top. Frytol Enriching life. Frytol Enriching life.
Hello, and a very warm welcome once again to this exciting TV reality show. This is the Frytol Enriching Lives cooking competition. Frytol Enriching Lives is brought to you by Frytol. Frytol oil is the flagship product of Wilmar Africa. We promise that this show will be exciting. It will be one with lots of drama, and of course, we learn new things in every episode. All our contestants are up for the 100,000 Ghana cedis business investment, as you well know. So the competition is beginning to heat up. Do you remember what happened last week? Let's just recap. Just take a look.
Previously on Frytol Enriching Lives. Finally, the moment of truth. The competition began.
Your tools and knife, fire, can roll.
If we lose, I don't really mind, because then I would have the chance to knock some people off.
With their first task, our 10 contestants were separated into 2 groups of 5, each group with its team leaders, Rafiatu and Jonathan.
It's 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Keep it.
Rafiatu, Livingston and George were the unlucky ones.
Who amongst the 3 standing here would go home?
Who will be the first contestant to be evicted from the Frytol Enriching Lives competition?
You are supposed to grate it so that we could mold it.
The contestant with a heavy heart, filled with fear, excitement and hope, await the call to meet the judges. Their bags are packed as they wonder which of them is going home today. Which of the contestants will be heading out of the Frytol Enriching Lives competition today?
So don't forget your onions, but most importantly, choosing the right oil makes all the difference. That is why I always choose Frytol.
So what's the story behind Frytol?
At Wilmar, where Frytol is made, each and every worker wakes up with you in mind.
Really?
And for the millions of other homes too. There, the experts ensure every bottle of Frytol is rich with great taste that creates memories to last a lifetime. That is why I add required amounts of Frytol to taste. Frytol is a cholesterol-free oil fortified with vitamin A.
Now I know why you cook with Frytol.
Yes, and it's the choice of cooking oil in millions of other homes.
Yes, Dad.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, a cholesterol-free cooking oil fortified with vitamin A. Frytol. Love your food, love your life. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome, contestants.
Thank you, Chef.
Rafiatu, Livingston, and Frederick. You know why you are in the boardroom today. You do.
Yes, Chef.
It's nice to see you today, but I'm sorry about the circumstances. We'll have to say goodbye to one of you today. And we'd like to give you a chance. The judges want to know, why should we keep each of you in the competition, in your own opinion? Frederick, why should we keep you in this competition?
Still in the competition because I have a lot more to give. I think being here was more of a not taking enough responsibility, and not because I lack the skill and ability. So I believe I should still be in to be able to show what I can do.
It's a tough competition with 10 strong candidates. but thank you for your feedback, and we'll take that into consideration. Rafiatu, you were the team leader. You know, it was difficult because you guys did perform well, but you did not bring 4 dishes to the table. And ultimately, leadership is on your head. So why should you remain in this competition?
I believe I should be in this competition because I don't think the first challenge will really determine what I can bring to the table. So if I'm given more opportunity, I'll definitely do my best.
Okay. Well, Livingston, you too. Why should you not be sliced from this competition?
I believe with my zeal and then with my effort I'm trying to put in, looking at the way I journeyed all the way from Accra to Kumasi and then to Tamale to come this far, well, I believe I still have more to give, and for that matter, it wouldn't be fair to myself if I drop out of this competition at this very stage, because I believe I still have more to give.
Okay, well, thank you for your feedback, Chef. What do you think?
I want to mention a few observations about you. For our judging, we looked at leadership. We look at team participation. We look at suitability of your products and the tasks that you were given. Grooming was pivotal, and general organization in the kitchen. From your workflow, how you organize yourself, taking responsibility from your leader, instructions and directions, and doing the right thing. Everything that kitchen organization desires, from your passing to your kitchen to your handling of the ingredients, all these were considered. For the hooping, 100,000 Ghana cedis. Livingston.
Yes, sir.
You are a professional chef, are you?
Yes, sir.
You were empowered to produce one of the dishes that your team had to do, were you?
Yes, sir.
From beginning to the end, even though others were sharing the responsibility in all the other dishes, you were given solely the responsibility to produce one.
Yes, sir.
You being a professional, we thought was very encouraging, and we want you in the team. You being a chef, we thought you should understand the science and the artistic bit of cooking. And when you're producing a particular thing, unfortunately, it was not a new creation that you say you were experiencing in the kitchen, but it was a dish that we all know and you know are very accustomed to. You said you were doing a hash brown using yam. And you know, hash brown has to be grated finely, and that is where, when cooked, they stick together, because it starts gelatinizing before it dextrinizes to hold together. And you knew that you were doing cocktails, and yet you decided to shred them instead of grating. You noticed along the line that it was not going to work, and you told your team leader. And team leader, when he told you, you encouraged him to continue just that way. Rafiatu. In the beginning, you displayed very good team leadership from the time the task was given and the way you were directing your team. It was impressive, and my co-judges were so impressive of your leadership skill. You have good skills in the kitchen, and we saw that. The way you were handling the kitchen, the way you were directing them, you were multitasking. We thought that was positive. But as a team leader, you don't wait and look at things to get destroyed or broken, and then you say, you didn't, and I told you to, and you didn't do it. And if someone in your team, you know that the product of the chef is perishable and the production and consumption is simultaneous. Are you aware of these characteristics of our product? And when Livingston told you about his hash brown not going well, you encouraged him to continue and that it will be well. Well, George or Frederick, you are Ghanaian and you want to take those two names. It looks as if you want to confuse me, but you can't do that now. George, you have the skill to be a great chef, and that is what the judges see. And for you to have come out of the hundreds of contestants who came into the auditions and be one of the final 10, it means you are promising, and that is why you are here. But in the competition, when we were given the tasks, we noticed that you were not taking responsibility enough. When even the judges noticed some of your flaws and wanted to correct you, you showed some attitude that we think does not augur well for any chef in any kitchen. I would not buy that in my kitchen, neither would I allow you to do that in the Frytol Enriching Lives kitchen. Specifically, when you used a knife and you didn't clean the knife and you were putting it back with the other tools and you were cautioned, I thought for a responsible team member, you'd have just accepted that, learn from that mistake, and you frowned, and we thought that was an awkward attitude and a lousy one for any kitchen that I would not buy. And so the judges have our marks ready, and now we're waiting for what the public says about you, whether you should stay or not. Ultimately, the total mark will determine which of you gets sliced out of this competition. Welcome and thank you. The voting hub GH. Oh my. Okay, let me just add up and see. I think the decision has been made. You got to. Okay. Rafiatu. Chef. Livingston. Yes, chef. And George Frederick. Yes, the decision has been made ultimately. The public have made their decisions. And now I see clearly the aggregate of our mark and that from the public. One of you has come to the end of their stay in the Frytol Enriching Lives competition. But I believe in your going out, you're not going out raw as you came, but definitely you have picked a skill or two. And to be sliced out of this competition is Rafiatu. You are sliced off the competition. Thank you for staying.
Thank you, Chef.
I'm very relieved. I've had nights thinking about this, but I'm glad I don't have to feel like this anymore. I've learned my mistakes and I hope I can be better, and then I don't have to deal with this anymore. Hopefully I don't come to the block to be chopped again.
And now, Livingston and George Frederick. you have a second chance to join your team members, and we hope you have learned your lessons and you don't come back to the boardroom to be sliced.
Yes, Chef. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
It feels great skipping eviction because it's not a beautiful feeling at all. Well, now I'm back in the game, and then I believe I have a bigger task ahead of me, so I'm fastening my belt.
So congratulations to all of us.
Thank you.
Okay, so right now, amongst the three of them, who do you think is going to go out?
Mr. Brown.
No, it's well, to me, I think Goba should go. Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Yes, because he chose me and then he's up. So then just for that. Sasa.
So she turned that out.
Yeah, that's all.
You do
this one then.
One no go best.
No, but this one, it's like everything is becoming real.
Yeah, it is.
We are all cooking, we know somebody will go, but eviction. Oh
and
God.
those who want to carry the pots home. Mine.
You
have no idea.
Wait, what are you doing here? No, wait, where's Rafiatu?
Where's my mother?
Your mother's mother.
I've been evicted, and it's not a very nice experience. But I believe in life sometimes you have to lose, sometimes you have to win. But losing doesn't make me less a chef than I am. So it's just an experience. So I'm just going to sit back, practice more, do more experiments with my ingredients, and you're surely going to see me next year.
Welcome back. Each and every one of our contestants has got a unique story. Frytol made it possible for us to delve into each and everybody's background. Frytol is on a search to unearth talent and to make a dream come true. Let's just take a look at this first video.
I'm George Frederick Odoi, the last of 2 children in a small family of 4, and I'm 26 years old. My primary motivation in life is to be successful enough to help the less fortunate. My long-term ambition in life is to be a world-renowned chef who runs a one-of-a-kind education-based restaurant and introduce people to new fusion flavors when it comes to food. I spend several hours a day cooking and learning about food in order to be knowledgeable enough to anchor my food experiences around teaching my ideas about food. I joined Frytol Enriching Lives because I believe that winning this competition solves these 2 problems in one swoop. I will have the cash prize that would serve as the foundation to expand my startup and further my mission of culinary education in Ghana. It will also provide me with an avenue to exhibit my skills and also to teach my ideas about food and let the whole Ghana and the whole world know who George Frederick Odoi is.
Hey, customer, it's been a long while. See, I have some oil. I'm sure you're going to like it. Which oil have you bought?
Our very own Frytol cooking oil. Now they have it in sachets too. It is a naturally cholesterol-free vegetable oil, very affordable and fortified with vitamin A.
Hey, Frytol sachet, such a cutie.
Not only that, it is hygienic, safe and trusted. Our very own Frytol. You better start selling Frytol sachet if you still want me as a customer.
Customer pa, very soon you will see me live and colored with Frytol sachet. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, cry.
Cook conveniently with Frytol cooking oil sachet, available in different sizes. Frytol cooking oil. Love your food, love your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
It's a season of love at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Christmas Eve, enjoy sumptuous grills at the Continental Restaurant. Rate 135 cedis. Don't miss our exciting Christmas Day lunch and seafood festival. Rate 250 cedis. Boxing Day with Humpty Dumpty. Savor memorable family moments as you dine and receive exciting gifts from Santa. 80 cedis. New Year's Eve, bonfire night and breathtaking fireworks display as we welcome the year 2020. Music from the Graceland Band. Begin the year like royalty and a spectacular brunch of both local and continental dishes. Rate 200 cedis. Come and let's celebrate the season of love. For reservations, contact us on 030-2215-100. La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Uniquely golden, traditionally Ghanaian.
Welcome, contestants. Today, we're going to part you into groups again, and you are going to work in teams again. The reason why we're keeping you in teams is that when you win the coveted 100,000 Ghana cedis that Frytol Enriching Lives is giving, you are going to work with a team in your kitchen. You are going to recruit people to work with, and showing that leadership skill will be part of your profitability in the kitchen.
If by chance my team chooses me as the team leader, I just have to make sure that I take them to, winning. And then we have to do the best that we can, work as a team, and then do what we are supposed to do. So help us, God.
And for sharing you up into teams, we look at your strengths, we look at your skills and your competencies, and we're mixing it up adequately. We look at your classroom, we look at your industry experience, and we look at your passion, and we'll put you together. You notice that you are 9 today because one of you has been sliced out. But it doesn't matter the number you are in your group. One will be 5, one will be 4. The simple reason is, in industry, you have kitchens producing and supplying the same meal, the same quantity, but you don't always have the same number of people producing that. So this gives you the opportunity to try your hands on that and to put you into groups.
Well, I would love to be a team leader if, well, my team agrees with me. This is basically because I believe I have learned, and then also been through the previous eviction has given me a fair idea as to how to go about stuff. That is when it comes to leading a team, and then also with a motive to win, of course. And then yes, I would love to be a team leader.
Livingston and left. Albert follows suit. Evangeline follows. Francis and then Salome. Francis, Salome. And then the rest to my right. Jonathan, George, Georgina, and Ganil. These are the 2 groups that you're going to work in. Livingston, Albert, Evangeline, Francis, and Salome, you are team yellow. Jonathan, George, Georgina, and Ganil, you are team green. You have the chance to choose your leaders this time. We are not choosing them for you. Being a leader is an opportunity that you're being given in this program, and you have to learn the traits and the skills, because ultimately we're looking for not just an ordinary cook, but one who can lead his team into profitability. Melissa.
Contestants, there are 9 of you left, 9 ambitious, talented chefs. So you need to work together as a team, but you also have to remember the call of the question, what the assignment will be, who your customer is, and how to respond best with the materials given to you in a profitable and creative way. So we wish the best of luck to you both.
And for the task for the day, a friend of yours is entertaining 4 friends, and he has ordered 2 varieties of salads. One of the salads should be suitable for a strict vegetarian, but has protein incorporated. And the other should be a main meal salad. Employing correct knife handling skills, creatively produce these salad. You can see the variables in there. You have, should I even take them through the variables? You should be able to identify the variables in the stacks. Thank you.
So we're supposed to get a leader.
Yes. Of course.
What do you guys think?
Okay, who wants to be a leader? Do you want to be a leader?
I would love to lead. So I'm up. Who else?
Don't know. All right.
You are talking, Good.
Yes.
Okay,
so now let's vote. Now let's vote. All in favor of Livingston. Okay, all in favor of Eva. Okay, so Eva is our group leader. I don't know what we are going to be given in the kitchen. If we had tofu, that would have been a great, or quinoa, or any of them like that. But there are other sources of protein. I know of peanuts, spinach. So then we have a choice.
We have chickpeas and then all that.
Great. So if we get all that, then now we are thinking about the main meal salad.
Watching the group select the leader today was interesting. They had someone put themselves up to offer their services, and the others pretty much rejected him as the leader in a very diplomatic or democratic way, which is interesting. And someone else presented herself and was supported by the majority of the group. So let's see how she performs as a leader. It's important that they respect the person that's the leader and cooperate. And I think that they'll do well. Immediately, she was able to define tasks and identify who had what strengths that would be beneficial to making them successful in this particular challenge. So I'm hopeful that they'll have a positive outcome. We'll see.
So you want to be a leader?
Yes.
You can equally choose yourself.
Nah.
I could be a leader.
Okay, fine. George.
For the salaries.
Okay, I think I know to do a few different salaries.
That's okay.
Can we do, I was thinking quinoa. I don't know if you get quinoa.
We should think of a plant protein that is highly rich.
Yes. So quinoa
I see mushroom to be not highly rich in protein as compared to maybe tofu or lentil or any.
What about beans?
That's also good.
Beans is highly rich.
If we could get maybe, I feel like there's a likelihood we get beans, but if we can get like maybe 2 colors of beans, that would help the presentation. Maybe like a red or black, red bean, white bean, black bean. Something to help bring a little distinction between the regular red, green, yellow inside the salad.
Watching the green team's deliberation and choosing a leader was different from the yellow team. They very quickly came behind George as the leader, and he also delegated responsibilities almost immediately to other team members that were reluctant to take leadership themselves. So they have a clear identification of who's the leader. They've discussed the menu items pretty quickly, determining which would be the appropriate proteins, remembering the instructions properly, which is important, knowing the call of the question. And I think that they'll be able to work successfully together. I noticed that since they've worked together before on the prior challenge, they might work very well together again. So the yellow team could be, because they don't have the same cohesiveness, they might not be in the same positive position as the green team. But we'll see what happens in the kitchen.
Welcome, contestants, and for having come this far. Means you have done well, and congratulations for that.
Thank you, Chef.
May I know who your team leaders are? Evangeline for Team Yellow and George Frederick for Team Green. Well, congratulations for choosing or accepting to be leaders of the team. And you know what it comes with. Like I always say, it is a privilege to be a leader of a team. And again, congratulations.
Again, congratulations to you all for being here. Are you ready for the challenge?
Yes.
Okay, well, you've chosen your leaders. You understand the call of the question. We'll be evaluating you on your cleanliness, on food safety, demonstrating that you will make judicious use of the fine products that we've provided to you today for this competition. We want to look for leadership as well as teamwork. because your team can only win if you all win together. So you have to work collectively, but individually, you have to work as leaders. We want the best for you, we want the best for this product, and we wish you the best of luck.
And on that note, you have a whooping 60 minutes, a whole hour, to produce only 2 salads. 60 minutes to produce just 2 salads. And now, your tools and fire can roll. There's tissue there. Leave it there.
Multitasking. He's going to be focused on work and getting tasks done easily. That's it. He said for female and males, you can ask the doctors.
Exactly. That's it.
Very nervous about being a team leader because I saw how it went down in the previous episode. I don't want to be evicted, and so therefore I'm trying my best to make my team win in this particular challenge. So we are working together as a team, bringing our ideas on the board, and then I pray that we impress the judges in every way.
That's okay. I was.
Contestants, your attention. Just to remind you that you have 40 more minutes to wrap up cooking.
Yes, chef.
40 more minutes to wrap up cooking.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. That's it. Contestants, note your hygiene standards and practices. What? Okay.
I'm excited to be team leader this week, and considering the topic on display, salads, I'm a little confident about what we're about to do. I just hope that as we have delegated tasks to ourselves, we shall be able to stick to the plan and execute to perfection so that we shall do a good job.
Why is it that they always force introverts to come out of their shell?
That's it. Give it to her. Give it to him. Give it to him.
But he's basting it, the whole time he's been basting it. Oh, the 3 bowls. I don't even see it.
If you're a leader, your team is going to be specific. I have to be inquisitive.
I can deep fry it. So a basket. Got you.
When he was dropping the thing, one is missing.
And it's been sitting there.
They have done that thing and the things are sitting. But that sounded not so fresh. So that's what their time is left. You see, we never count. This lady, she's chopping her time. It's true. It's true. So true. The name of the architect you have this way. They've just done a sick
So 8 minutes, don't say anything.
Okay,
so 3 more minutes.
That's scary. But let's hope by the time it gets here, there should be something I'm not saying this case. So they went and then they sprinkled that. What is this?
Dollar number 2.
Five, 4, 3, 2, and stop work. Even with this calorie, stop work.
So don't forget your onions, but most importantly, choosing the right oil makes all the difference. That is why I always choose Frytol.
So what's the story behind Frytol?
At Wilma, where Frytol is made, each and every worker wakes up with you in mind.
Really?
And for the millions of other homes too. There, the experts ensure every bottle of Frytol is rich with great tastes that creates memories to last their lifetime. That is why I add required amounts of Frytol to taste. Frytol is a cholesterol-free oil fortified with vitamin A.
Now I know why you cook with Frytol.
Yes, and it's the choice of cooking oil in millions of other homes.
Yes, Dad.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, a cholesterol-free cooking oil fortified with vitamin A. Frytol, love your food, love your life. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
My name is Evangelina from Michelle Camp Tema in the Greater Accra region. I am a 28-year-old single mother with a lovely baby girl, Sinead, who I adore with all my heart. I believe she has been my primary motivation since she was born because, frankly speaking, she's my everything, and all I want in life is a better life for her. I was apprehensive at first about going to audition for the Frytol Enriching Lives competition because I was afraid that I wouldn't stand a chance against professional cooks. But I'm glad I didn't listen to those negative thoughts because I would never have known that I'm good enough to be part of the final 10 contestants that were selected from all across Ghana. All across Ghana, like for real, all across Ghana. I came in this competition to win. To win for my daughter, to win for myself, and to win for my family. We've been through so much hardships, and I believe it's my time to shine because I want to create and become the #1 catering service in the world. Too ambitious? Well, that's me.
Welcome back, team leaders.
Thank you.
George Frederick, in yours, which one is a strict vegetarian? And what do you call it?
It's a tofu bean salad.
Tofu bean salad. And then this is the main meal. And what do you call that one?
Chicken and chickpea salad.
Chicken and chickpea salad. And yours?
Ours is also tofu and soybean salad.
Tofu and soybean. That's this one. And
Yes.
that is which one? The main meal of
The vegetarian one.
the vegetarian one.
Yes.
And that?
And that's a deconstructed chicken. And
Deconstructed chicken. Where is the deconstruction on that plate? No, I just see cubed chicken, but I'm not seeing any construction on that. What dressings do you have for the two? The tofu?
We did a chickpea with sweet corn and beetroot dressing.
Is there any oil base?
Yes, please.
What oil do you
Frytol
use?
sunflower oil.
The cornflower oil?
So sunflower.
Sunflower. Because I'm not seeing Frytol cornflower oil yet. Sunflower.
Yes.
Okay. And so, my excitement is here. How did you treat your lettuce?
We washed it.
And then?
And then we patted it with the paper towel.
Did you pat it or you actually rubbed it like you're watching it from a white shirt? Because I see a lot of bruises on your lettuce in here. That looks like it was actually wringed out of that. I love the color of the sauce, the beetroot thing under the bottom and with the brush effect. It's beautiful. But then for the real salad sitting on the thing, what will you tell me is a skill that you want me to award you 100,000 Ghana cedi for of this salad?
In all fairness, yellow team, Chef, I agree with you. The lettuce does look overworked. The only thing that I see here that looks even entertaining or appealing is the beetroot coulis on the bottom. We'll see what the taste is like. But for this to be such an important opportunity, this is a competition worth 100,000 Ghana cedis business investment, and you have to simply make a salad. I would have expected something a bit more professionally presented and yes.
Skillful. George Frederick, what did you say the salad is again?
Tofu and bean salad. So we pan-seared our tofu to get a little textural complexity on the tofu because the tofu was...
Are you still holding the crispy thing texture you say? You said crispy something and then you went to pan-sear it.
We pan-seared the tofu to get a crispy external.
So the tofu is expected to be crispy, right?
Yes, sir. Outside and then still...
To be hard or crispy? Do you know what crispy means? Tough and crispy. What's the difference? Melissa, check the crispiness of the tofu for me. Yes, let's continue. And then, continue.
And then we tossed that with some red beans, with peppers and tomatoes, and some... And
your tomato is supposed to be a garnish, isn't it?
Yes, sure.
So you see your tomato sitting there as a garnish on the salad. What are garnishes supposed to do? It's supposed to give appeal, eye attraction. And then when the eye appeal comes there, you get in close, then the nose fragrance takes it. It is then that the digestive juices will start secreting because something is stimulating them. And then when you put in your mouth, then it works on it adequately. But then your tomato look like it's been powdered. So what skill is here that you think should be rewarded with good marks to move you closer to the 100,000?
Our idea genuinely was to have the vegetables cut in different ways so that as you enjoy the salad, you got to experience each individual ingredient cut in a different way. So our carrots were julienned, our tomatoes were also done same. We also julienned our tomatoes.
Tell us about the salad.
Yes.
So that's a chicken and chickpea salad. We pan-seared our chicken breast to ensure that it stayed juicy, and then we peeled our carrots and cucumbers, put them in water to get the curls. We thinly peeled some potatoes to get a crispy topping on top. We grated some cheese. We tossed our chickpeas and sweet corn with a little salt, sugar, rosemary and anise seed, a little seasoning mix we made, and then we added bell peppers and tomatoes and a little lettuce to fill up the salad. We added a little pasta also, since it was a main, to enable it to be a more filling salad, since it was the main part of the dish.
What is the pasta doing in there?
Yeah, so we added the pasta to fill the salad, to add a little more weight to the salad.
I think I prefer this, but the sweetness is slightly too high. There are other observations that both judges noted, and so when the entire team is here, we'll comment on them briefly. Congratulations, and you can go. Welcome, contestants.
Thank you, Chef.
I think you need to applaud yourself for a job well done. Let's applaud. Applaud yourself for a job well done. I think taste-wise, you are getting there. You are there. Even I don't say you're there. Taste-wise, you're doing well. And I think I will now give you that applause. Taste-wise, you're doing well. But we need you to think of creativity, skill, and presentation. That is lacking. One team will have to justify why they should not be evicted en bloc and why they did what they did. Definitely one team stands out, right? Team Yellow, Team Green, you have done your bit taste-wise. I think it's balanced. But then when it comes to presentation and other skills that we look out for, notwithstanding, there was one thing that Melissa was going to mention. Cross-contamination, Team Yellow. Francis, when you were handling the chicken, the raw chicken, from the chicken, you were just moving around as if you don't know, you touch the fridge, you touch all the knives, you touch virtually everything in the kitchen. He's denying the fact when we were watching. I made a note here and she made a note here. It's here. I said, you're multitasking well, that is positive. Your workflow, busy and cross-contamination. Notwithstanding, I said, you have come fairly far, but you need to beef up your game a little bit. Other than that, probably I'll join the competition and take the 100,000.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go get that money ourselves.
Okay, so Melissa, unanimously and without struggle, both of us agreed that the team that is exonerated from eviction is Team Green. Oh. Team Green, go and have fun. Go to the lobby.
Just one last thing. You exhibited very good leadership skills as well as teamwork from the outset. And it came across in the way that you were able to work in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Good work.
Hey, customer. It's been a long while. See, I have some oil. I'm sure you're going to like it. Which oil have you bought?
Our very own Frytol cooking oil. Now they have it in sachets too. It is a naturally cholesterol-free vegetable oil, very affordable and fortified with vitamin A.
Hey, Frytol sachet, such a cutie.
Not only that, it is hygienic, safe and trusted. Our very own Frytol. You better start selling Frytol sachet if you still want me as a customer.
Customer pa, very soon you will see me live and colored with Frytol sachet. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, cry.
Cook conveniently with Frytol cooking oil sachet. Available in different sizes. Frytol cooking oil. Love your food, love your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Okay, Team Yellow. When you are here, you know the tradition already. You being here means that out of the 5 people, 2 people will be exonerated from eviction. And your team leader has the prerogative to select 2 of the weakest link and they face the judges' decks. So team leader Evangeline, who were your two weakest links that brought you here?
That's quite difficult. Okay, so I would choose Albert because he handled the lettuce, and we had a lot of complaints about the lettuce. And the second person I'm supposed to choose will be Francis for cross-contamination.
Okay. So what that means is that Livingston and Salome are saved.
Thank you, Chef.
Go and join them at the lobby. Get closer. Albert and Francis, your leader have chosen you to be the two weakest links. Do you agree to her explanation? If not, justify.
Okay, thank you, Chef. First of all, handling the lettuce was an instruction given to me by her. And me being a follower of her, I didn't want to disobey her as my leader. Besides, all what was going on during the working was under her supervision, and she saw everything. And so if it was wrong, she should have prompted as a leader and brought me back on track that no, this is. But so far as she was giving the support, do it, work hard. We are behind time. We don't have the luxury of time. Kept on ringing those words in my mind. Had no other option than to follow her commands.
So what you're telling me very brief is that even if you know that the instruction is wrong, you will obey no matter what, obey before complaining, isn't it? Is that what you are telling me?
Yes, Chef.
Do you know that overhandling lettuce for salad is inappropriate?
No, Chef.
Have you ever come across that?
No, Chef.
You want to say that wherever you train to learn this profession, never mention that to you? Francis,
Chef.
do you have any defense for why you are the leader, one of the biggest?
Chef, once again, thank you for giving the opportunity. I would say that looking at the concepts why we are here, cross-contamination wasn't part of it. It was an advice given to us too.
Who said it wasn't?
Okay, Chef.
One of your salads was not tasted by any of the judges because we were not confident in tasting it.
Okay, Chef.
But I was concerned about the risk.
Okay, Chef. Okay, Chef. Apart from that one, Chef, the dish you mentioned that tastes very good in our presentation was the dish that I came out with, was prepared by me. The lettuce, which my leader prepared, she was handling the lettuce, which I know that lettuce are vegetables that don't need to be handled with raw fingers. But she was tearing the lettuce with her bare hand, which I do remember very well that she was being told to wear gloves to do it.
I remember.
Yes, but she
that we don't handle ready-to-eat
food with bare hands, which she didn't obey that instruction given to us by we. She didn't obey that instruction. And then also, before we come in to cook, during the planning session, it's like every suggestion that comes up is like, she's the leader. So she actually put in what everybody should do. And what I was given to do is what I did, apart from me handling the chicken too much.
So are you telling us that the leader was autocratic and so you couldn't do anything? Because you remember I was telling you that it's as if every little task that he did, he had to take it to.
Had to be tested.
You know, they tested.
Because the instruction given to us backstage was that make sure what you are being given to, you do it and do it well by her. And then also, she also...
Are you telling me you don't know when pasta is cooked?
I know when it is cooked, but it's a teamwork. So I want to involve...
2 people before her.
Yes.
I think 3 people, and you jumped all of them together.
She tasted it first. I made her tasted it first. So after she tasted it, to confirm it wasn't done, then I also let another person to taste, so that at the end of the day, she wouldn't put me on the chopping board, by which she did.
You're hearing your 2 weakest links, Albert and Francis. You have any counter defense?
I asked them what each person, with what we have to do, what you're strong in doing. He said we're supposed to wash vegetables. He was talking about triple washing. I don't know that. I'm a home cook. The experience he has, I don't have it. So then I was like, okay, fine, then handle it. So I said handle it. Doesn't mean I gave you the instruction to wash it and clean it. You said that is how it's supposed to be done. I said fine. So you did it. And then with Francis, what he's saying that I was being autocratic and all that. I asked everybody, what are you good at doing? Everybody told me what they are good at doing. And then I gave each person, okay, so you do this since you are good at doing it, you do that. It's teamwork. We are working together. And everybody asking me to taste. I didn't tell anybody to bring whatever to me to taste as the leader. I think they felt like because I'm the leader, I should taste everything.
Listening to the explanations, first of all, the question of the lettuce and at what stage it was overhandled, I'm not sure. I did see you having lettuce a gazillion years, a very long time, but I did also see you standing there handling the lettuce extensively.
When they told me to wear the gloves, immediately I did.
And the other observation is you worked very hard, Francis. I noticed that you were I have written here that you were a workhorse. You were really like getting the nitty-gritty work done. You were showing deference to your leader to confirm that everything that you were doing was consistent with her instructions. So I see that as a part of, as consistent with what you said. The outcome, though, is, it is what it is, and she is your leader, and she felt that you were a weak link. So at the end of the day, I guess we'll have to look at our own records, and the public has to look at your own performance and give their opinion.
Yes, our decision has been made, and that is why your team is here. And now the three of you, the public is going to help us in selecting who ultimately will have to evict or will be sliced out of this competition. On that note, I say let's keep our fingers crossed. Like Melissa just said, we have positive ends. And if you don't live here with 100,000 Ghana cedis, don't live here with the requisite skills that makes you a profitable chef. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef.
Good luck.
Well, viewers, this is a Frytol Enriching Lives cooking competition, the biggest TV reality cooking show on screen at the moment. The prize? 100,000 Ghana cedis business investment. You can see how the competition is beginning to heat up. Who is going to be evicted next week? Who knows? But one thing is for sure, you've got to keep voting for that one that you want to see again and again and again. This show is brought to you by Frytol. Frytol oil is the flagship product of Wilma Africa. Well, until next time, it's bye-bye for now.
You got the skills, you got the look. Believe in yourself. Frytol Enriching life. Frytol Enriching life. Wanna be a star. Frytol Enriching life.